All right, Todd, what is going on in the market?
Well, thanks, everybody. Thanks for joining us today. Today, we're going over the Greater Phoenix metropolitan housing statistics for the week ending April 8th. Let's see what we have in store. Tick, tock.
I didn't touch anything. You guys broke it this time.
Hold on.
There
we go. Okay. Thank you. 74 days closed on market this past week, a 3.13 month supply. Absorption rates at 31.90. Average list price at $847,631, and our average sale price this past week at $596,000. Average list price to sale price retention 97.71. Active inventory is this first time it's gone down a little bit, not much, but it did go down. 17,867 is our current active inventory, pending at 4397, and closed units for the month 1,330. Taking a look at new listings, we are taking 2,132 new listings this past week. Average days on market for active is at 98 and for closed at 74. Taking a look at our price ranges in the lower left-hand section, we're looking at the red. What red represents is the segments that went down, obviously a minus number there. So in our under 200,000, our 3 to 4 million, 4 to 5 million went down, but all the other sections, 200,000 to oh,
Did it?
microphone. Just cut out. Fine, I see. There we go. Matt's going to let me use his. So in the lower left-hand side, the price ranges in red means those are the ones that went down. So that means the $200,000 price range to the $3 million price range, that whole category, all of those numbers went up this past week, and $5 million and up also went up. If you take your look at the left-hand side, it says total inventory, kind of like what we used to do prior to January 1st in the old segment. 0 to 600,000 is 63%. That's down just about 3%. 600,000 to $1 million is at 21.97, which was pretty close to where it was before, and the $1 million and up category at 15.93, just from a point of reference perspective. Taking a look at the spreadsheet where everybody gets to be an expert. Taking a look in the very center of the sheet, you'll see in goldenrod in the very center, 2022 Southwest, or 2022 same week is the way we like to look at it. To the left of that, 2023 same week, and then week over week analysis. At the end of the day today, probably around noon, you'll be able to visit your closed Facebook groups and look at the February month end numbers. Those will be coming in shortly. So 2,139 we took new listings this past week, down just a little from 2,261. Still okay because we're way above 2,000. If you look at last year, we only took 1,690. So when I say way above, again, I'm always comparing it with something. So if a consumer says, well, gee, how's the market right now? Well, oh my gosh, we have 5% more properties in the marketplace right now than we had a year ago. Wow, that's a big number. And so, always pick the silver lining. If we look at what the active inventory is at 17,867, again, this edged down just from 17,922, but you'll see 742 of coming soon. That category went down just a little bit. 13,731 single-family non-distressed, and 2,639 new home construction. The unique thing about this slide today is if you look, everything on that upper portion is in red, which means it's gone down. However, look at the next one. Non-distressed inventory went up. Wow, well, how does that work? It's not a mistake. When I first saw it, I thought it was as well. 17,797 is where we're sitting. And so I thought I'd take a second because we've been hearing a lot about the short sale foreclosure market lately and how it's ebbing up and things of this nature, and this is the place to be. So I just wanted to share with you, when you look at our slides, we report this every single week for you. So on the left-hand side, this takes these numbers and divides them into, finds out what percentage of the entire inventory these numbers represent. So right now, short sale inventory represents less than 0.2% of 1%. So that's not 22%. It's not even 1%. It's 0.22%. If you look at the lender-owned properties, those are 0.14% of 1%. And HUD is basically not even on the marketplace. It is if you look to the right. There's 4. But again, that's not, you're not going to build a business around, 4. So we take a look at pending. Pending is sitting at 43.97. It was at 43.42. This is the only category that actually went up in a positive manner this past week. We were at 47.31 last year. This is a good sign because, again, there's equally, if not just a little bit more people in the marketplace buying homes right now, with amidst all the things that are going on in the marketplace, all the scares, all the intimidations, all of the consumers' fears. We're still doing better. There's more people in the marketplace. There's more sellers in the marketplace, and there's more buyers in the marketplace now. Taking a look at closed inventory a little early in the month, 1330. Like I said, we'll get into the month-end numbers a little later today. Look on your Closed Facebook groups. Month supply at 3.13. That's right in our sweet spot, 2.5 to 3 month supply. Again, very good numbers. Looking at the average list price, average list prices are at 847 this past week, up from 850. But remember, this is dividing the properties that were added to the inventory this week, and then dividing by the number. And so it's not a true reflection of the entire inventory, just basically what's changed. Looking at median sales, and this is the one at the very bottom of that red box. This is the one that I really hope we all focus on more than any of them, because the others are too manipulative, they're capricious. Every single week they're way up, way down, way up, way down. My gosh, that roller coaster will have you emotionally distressed in a week. But if you look at median sales are kind of like the LIBOR stock exchange. It's a lot more lethargic of a number to watch. Plus, it also tells the tale, is inventory getting more expensive, or is it really not? Is there equally enough properties available in different categories? And so these are the reasons why we show you these different numbers. We're at 449 this past week. We're at 454 the week before, so 419 at the end of last month. So it'll give you some ideas of where we're at. 74 days closed on market is really where we want to be, right around 70. We were at 66 the month before. A little too fast. Again, everything has to have its time. There's a time to allow the consumer a time to do an appropriate inspection period. There's time to, so 70 days on market is the perfect timing for the marketplace to allow both sides of the transaction to be brisk enough, but yet at the same time slow enough so the buyer can do their due diligence and not have lawsuits later on down the road. List price to sale price retention at 97.71. 97.8 is our sweet spot. So again, anytime within that category, 0.5% up or half of 1% up or half of 1% down, those are good numbers. Last year we were at 97.67, so very, very similar market to last year. Right now. And then 2 years ago, we were at 101. People were paying more than list price. Now, granted, there are markets today where people are paying more than list price. And there are also markets that are super depressed. So we're not in those markets. So there may be a pocket here in Arizona that is that market. So this is where you are the expert. You're the one that get to do these exact slides in your marketplace, in your neighborhood. You're the expert. When you start showing the consumer these types of numbers, this is when you'll, in my personal opinion, gain cred and start doing better. So those are the numbers this past week.
All right. Appreciate it as always, Todd. And just to clarify, you had mentioned that you're providing this afternoon the February month-end numbers, but you're doing March month-end numbers,
good
right?
point. Thank you.
All right. So just want to make sure.
Thank you.